think a lot of people fight for percentage share because they don't understand the concept of evaluation.
So this is an important conversation. I think every young person who is a creative or you're into business, you're building a business, you're building a brand with a team, with friends, people you trust, and you guys have shared goals and vision. This is something very important you need to listen to. Just look at it.
Mistakes, because there's a difference between the illusion of success and true success. For me, For me, I don't chase the illusion.
Yeah.
Right. Because I need to ask myself, what does this decision look like in 10 years? Right. One of the reasons why we're not buying Rolls Royces every day is because we're using our money to actually facilitate our company, right? And as a result of that, what happens is the valuation of that company increases. But it's increasing because we are focused on territories that actually can give us value back in a way that we can pay back anybody that invests in us. So we're actually in this for the business. It's wise, right? And when you do music for a living, there's an orientation that makes you understand that this is a vehicle.
Yeah.
It's not the promised land, right? It's the vehicle that takes you to the promised land. And that promised land is diversification. So if you notice, with the San Diego FC club that we've done, with the Leading Vibe initiative that we've done. So we tackle CSR, we tackle sports, we tackle movies, some things I can't disclose yet. But overall, it's just understanding that there needs to be an ecosystem that actually allows for you to be able to do music in a way that you don't have to sell out, right? Yeah.
Okay, how'd you build the ecosystem? Talk to me about the structure.
Yeah, so it's basically you set up a company, right? And this is what we did. People are different, but this is what we did. When we set up the company, we said Tem should have majority of the shares of the company. Wale and I will share the remaining, right? Now, what I told her years ago, I was like, look, I think a lot of people fight for percentage share because they don't understand the concept of evaluation, right? The whole point is whatever my percentage is, I need to make sure that the evaluation of that percentage is in millions.
Yes.
We have to, because if we're not doing that, then I'm focused on your percentage. I can focus on my percentage and by default focus on your percentage because it's a company. Meaning if expenditure comes, it's the company that pays and whatever is left is allocated to our share equity. But we don't even spend stupidly. We invest, right? So we don't have costs, we have investments. All
right, so I believe that video was informative and insightful. So I have a few key takeaways from the video. Bootstrapping. That's one of the major things in summary. That's one of the hardest phases for startups, and permit me to use it to relate it to even creatives. Maybe musicians, for example, is one of the phases where, for musicians, that phase where you need to keep showing up, trying to build your brand, you're trying to raise money to market your music, market your art. It's a very, very important phase and very, very difficult phase, yes, because most times you are looking for somebody who come invest, someone who support, looking for a label. Yeah, but then when you're able to bootstrap successfully, you have a leverage to negotiate when investors come. So you don't have to give out all you've worked for, like completely give it. Like in the music business now, when labels come, they give you an advance check. Most times it's very, very tempting. It's an advance given to you. So for your masters. So but if you've been able to build your brand, your brand to a certain point, you have a very good leverage to negotiate. Like with Tems and her team, they were able to have a 50-50 distribution and publishing deal with a return of their masters after 12 years, which is a very, very, very fair deal. Talk about shares and evaluation. Most times people are looking for the big number. You want a 100% share, you want an 80% share. But what is the 80% share of nothing? And a 2% share in, let's say, Tesla, a 2% share in Meta. Think about it. You should be concerned about the valuation of what you have, maybe now or in the future.